my computer just is not happy today. So, again, I will try to get through this one maybe a little extra quickly so that you are able to get done everything that you need. Yesterday, we talked about the fact that under the Articles of Confederation, the federal level of government was weak, and we already identified how that played out in this cartoon. Now today, we're going to talk about a second main weakness that historians identify in the Articles of Confederation. So first thing I want you to do today as you look at this, I know again that yours isn't quite as clear as mine, but as you look at this political cartoon, this comic, I want you to be getting some more information here. First of all, I again want you to write the levels of government that are not federal. I want you to circle the idea of the federal government and show that it was set up by the Articles of Confederation. And then, see if I can get this a little farther back. There we go. I would also like you to not just identify these two guys, which part of this caption they are showing, but I would like you to give them names. We'll talk in a minute if your names are right, so be ready to erase them. This fellow here, I would like you to mention whether he is the federal or state or local level. And I would like you to specifically jot down why you think his hands are tied. And then you need to find where in this picture there is trade between states being shown. Okay, so get those notes all around here. Make it pretty messy. Pause the video until that is done. And now I'm going to assume your video was paused and you are resuming it. And let's talk about this. So, we have, first of all, Congress. So he represents the federal level. If you did not have that written down, federal level. In the cartoon, it calls this Congress, but I want to reinforce that this is the federal level. These two guys are the state level, but I told you I wanted names with them. Well, look at these outlines. It's showing you that these are two different states. I think this one is supposed to be Virginia, and this one is supposed to be what's just south of Virginia, North Carolina. So by naming them, I actually want you to say, yep, this is North Carolina, and this guy, we'll put his name on his hat, is Virginia. So they represent the states. All right, given that, and that we've already identified him as the federal level, why are his hands tied? Well, that represents that he has no control over what? Over trade. How is it showing trade? Well, see how Virginia and North Carolina are not looking very happy with each other? And it looks like North Carolina does not want this barrel of products that Virginia is trying to push across the state line. So this illustration is showing you the states would argue. One state would tell another state, you can't sell this product in my state. And the other state would say, well, why not? And Congress could not settle this argument. So there were actual states that were getting close to going to war with each other over whether or not they could sell their products in the other state. So under the Articles of Confederation, the federal level of government was weak because it could not regulate, make rules about trade in the states. It could make rules that regulated trade between the United States and other nations, but not between the states. So the other part of your work for today, the Articles of Confederation were weak. See if I can just get all of this here now. Because the federal level of government could not, let's capitalize not this time, and then you tell what the federal level of government could not do. Put a period and tell how this caused problems. The first one, I was looking for something really specific. This caused problems when the government could not pay the soldiers who fought in the Rev War. Here, how could this cause problems? Would it cause problems with other nations, or would it cause problems between individual states? What were they trying to do when it caused problems? That's your assignment for today.